Okay, guys, so I'm gonna show you how I come up with a video from complete scratch. Okay, so first of all, what I want you to realize about essentially about social media and Instagram, the thing that I learned is that sometimes you just like sometimes the videos that you spent a lot of time creating and putting a lot of effort in doesn't really perform that well compared to videos that you just can come up within few split seconds essentially. Like, of course it's relative, but what I'm trying to say is that I was scrolling on Instagram right now and doing my content research as I teach in the course. I tell people to kind of like use what Instagram is already giving you, which is explore page, which is the Reels tab. Scroll there and see what is being recommended to you. And based on what is being recommended to you, you go and do even more research. So if you find a video that has a good metrics, which this like this, right? 500,000 likes on the video. It clearly has good metrics, okay? But that is one indicator. Metrics, views, likes, shares, etc., right? But then if we go and see the profile, look how many followers this guy has. 5,000 followers. This just indicates that the video that I just showed you is a proven winner, right? It just proves that it's a proven concept. People are really like people liked seeing that video and it performed really well, right? So for some of you, right? So what I'm trying to say is that this video, it doesn't really gonna take you that much time to create. It's not necessary for you to edit a lot, anything like that. But I believe that this idea that this video is in could literally be applied to almost nearly any niche. And the way I view Instagram is that from time to time, you want to spice it up. You want to spice up your content, right? This idea is a little bit controversial, right? It's not too controversial, but it's not too like it's not too like it's not blending in and being boring, right? It's in the middle, and these ideas, which are maybe it's a little bit more on the controversial side, let's say, right? You want to drop these videos from time to time. Doesn't matter what niche you are in. So I'm going to give you a perfect example. Let's say you're a girl, right? And this idea, you would say it doesn't really apply to you. Well, it does. You can remake exactly the same text and say, need to make more money so my future husband can run a uh, car detailing business that loses 50K a month, something like that. And that would be highly controversial, but that would be interesting, highly controversial, and like it just sparks people's attention. It just makes them interesting, right? These reels not necessarily gonna make you like much bunch of money. They're not gonna directly get you email subscribers. The only purpose of these reels is to reach that top of the line funnel traffic to your page, and then people come into your page, see what you're about, right? Your reels don't have to be directly tailored to only provide value or directly tailored to only build trust with your audience, because these are good in terms of conversions, in terms of making money, selling your products, building your email list, and stuff like that. But from time to time, you want to spice up your content with something that is a little bit more broader, that a little bit more, that goes into like a broad market appeal, and then you cast a big net, and then you get a lot of people into your page. Or it could also flop, don't get me wrong. Just remaking this video doesn't mean that you 100% gonna go viral, but I would 100% would test this and not be scared to test this out. Don't be scared. What I'm trying to say with this video, in this lesson, is if you get stuck in a place where you see that you're not growing that much anymore, right? Let me see if my mic is yeah, looks like everything is fine. If you're not growing that much like you used to be, or just things getting stale for you, try to spice up your content, try to switch it up. I'm not saying to completely switch up your niche, because for example, if you are in a niche of helping people to, into digital marketing niche, right? A lot of you guys are in the digital marketing niche, right? This could perfectly apply to digital marketing niche, right? Same goes for people that are even in the fitness niche, right? Let's say you are in a fitness niche. You would go something like, need to make more money so my future wife can run, uh, or even this, need to make more money so I can run a gym center in the future that is losing 50K a month. Something like that. Think of creative ways to imply this hook within your own subject, within your own niche. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over and remake this video myself for my own niche, for my own self. Right? I'm gonna show you step by step how it's that's done. So again, I found this idea by scrolling through Instagram Reels tab. I completely checked all the boxes. Right? It's something that I never really tried before, but I really want to try this out. The way I'm gonna improve this is I'm gonna change this text a little bit. I'm gonna show you how I change it, and I'm also going to do a poll. Instagram has this feature when you post a reel, you can add a poll. So I'm going to add a poll on this one as well. Okay. So let me just, now, first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over, copy the URL. I'm going to go to download Instagram Reels, right? I'm going to download this reel. So let's download the reel. Now, I already found a audio I'm gonna use for this, and the way I found the audio is exactly the same way I found the reel. I've seen that audio is kind of new, kind of trendy, and is getting to get traction. Right? That's how I found the audio. So the audio I'm gonna be using is this one. Perfectly fits fine. 6-second video, and then 6-second audio. Perfectly fits fine. Okay, we have the audio, we have the video idea. Now, what I need to do is prepare the hook, rewrite the hook for myself. Okay, so I'm gonna open my notes tab, and now I'm gonna think of creative ways how I can rewrite this hook. So, I would write need to make more money so my wife can run so my wife can run fashion florist or makeup floor fashion painting or makeup business that loses 50 that loses 30K a month. You see, I changed it a little bit, but I kept the same idea of the caption. Right? Now, what I'm gonna write here, well, I'm just gonna ask, maybe, do you agree? Who's with me? Who's with me on this? And then I'm gonna add a poll, right? And the poll is gonna be like, agree, disagree. A little bit something polarizing. Now, when it comes down to hashtags, um, I'm gonna go over to my own Instagram and see some of the reels and how they performed, okay? And see if they actually had hashtags on or not. So let's see, for example, this reel performed really well. From just some reels just from the past that performed well. I just want to see if they had hashtags or not, because I don't really remember. and which hashtags they had. Then let me see. Yeah, this one didn't had any hashtags. This one didn't. This one, what didn't? And this one didn't. So I'm not gonna use hashtags on this one. Okay, that's how I decide essentially. I just look at the feedback that I got from the reels recently. Some of them had hashtags, some of them didn't. The recent best performing reels didn't have any hashtags. I'm not gonna use any hashtags. All right. Um, Need to make more money so my wife can run fashion, painting, or makeup business that loses 30K a month. Who's with me on this? And then there's a poll. So now we have the bones of the video ready. We have the caption, we have the hook. Now, since some of you guys asked me to remake the video using CapCut, so that's what I'm gonna do in this video. I'm just gonna use the CapCut app. Okay, so I'm gonna open the CapCut right here. I'm gonna show you how I make video on CapCut. So first things first, I'm just gonna add the video here, right? The main original video. I'm gonna mute it for a while because we don't really need the audio. And yeah, I'm gonna now look for the videos that I've sent to myself, which kind of looks similar, and see how can I add these and make this kind of look similar, right? Yeah, this one looks fine. This one is from the different side. So what I'm gonna do is gonna add this one first. Mute to audio. Just cut it here. To cut it, you use the letter B, and to come back to original mover is you use the letter A. B and A. Pretty simple. Gonna delete this part. I'm just gonna yeah, I just don't want to end it with me looking at the camera. I'm gonna scale it a little bit so there's more space for the text here in the middle. And now I'm gonna add some color grading. So the way to add color grading, you can use the LUT I'm giving you in the course. But essentially, right now for this video, there's no much color grading I think that I need to do. I'm just gonna add some contrast, gonna remove some shadows and some brightness. So I'm just gonna select this video, go to adjustment, and in the contrast, I'm gonna select this to a 10. Sorry, it's a little bit too much. 7. Then brightness, I'm gonna -7. Oh, it's too much. -3. Shadow -5. -3. Okay, looks better. And now I'm just gonna copy this kind of like a hook and add text. So you select the text here and you drag this one here and you add the hook here. I would lower it and add this one. And then I would add the song that I saved, right? This one. And obviously, gonna, I don't need this video, so it's gonna go to the layer one. So you can change between layers. If you select one layer, it gives priority to this one, right? So I just need the audio from it. I don't need the video from it. Yeah, and you see, it's kind of like everything kind of like blends in together. The audio, the text, right? It's just like with every single reel that you post, doesn't even matter if it's a value reel, but especially with reels like this, you want to like strike some sort of wow, some sort of emotion within people, emotion that makes them engage with your reel, that makes them that has two-sided opinions. One side strongly agrees with it, another side strongly disagrees with it. Okay, that's what I would recommend you guys when making these reels. And this is essentially the kind of like a principle I follow right now, right? But again, you don't want to make all your Instagram, if you want to successfully sell products and build a long lasting brand, what you want to do is you want to have balance between controversial slash flashy type reels slash top of the line funnel reels that are designed to go viral, reach broad audiences. But then you also want to have nurturing reels that give them value and provide them value and make them tell you what you're about. Use stories for that. Use reels for that as well. Now I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't know if I'm gonna use the text from CapCut. I still gonna think about it. Maybe I'm just gonna render the video like that, and then add the text on Instagram. Right? I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna use this text. Okay, from CapCut, specifically the font. Right? And I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna use this visual or maybe add something like this. I'm still gonna think about it, but that's essentially the thesis of how I come up with content ideas. Okay, um, when I'm gonna be making another style video, I'm also gonna film a tutorial for you guys just to show you, because my goal with this program is not to show you what to do step by step. My goal with this program is to show you how to think about content creation, how to think about picking these ideas, and become more of a thinker, better thinker, right? Making better decisions when it comes down to selecting the content you post. Okay, so that's essentially the thesis on how I selected this idea. For example, how I found it. As you can see, I found it from completely different niche, from completely different guy. And that's how you pick these golden nuggets and turn them into your own style for your own niche. Because as I said before at the start of this video, you can take this idea and essentially apply it to almost any niche on Instagram. Okay, so with that said, the last thing you do on CapCut, for those guys that asked me for the CapCut tutorial, you click the letter, once you have everything finished, you click the letter O on your keyboard and you go to export. You select the place where you want this to be exported, for example desktop, and you give it a name, real for CK, for Creator Caro, and export. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.